Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and it's time for another Magic the Gathering experience. I have in front of me a Murders at Karlov Manor pre-release kit. Typically, this is the first thing that I open when a new set comes out. However, I wasn't able to participate in the pre-release event when the set was released, but I do have the opportunity to do a mini pre-release event with my friends tomorrow. So I won't be able to crack this open on camera, just won't work out logistically. After this mini pre-release event with my friends, I'll show off all the pulls from my Murders at Karlov Manor pre-release. I'll do the deck tech that features the deck I put together and hopefully went undefeated against my friends. Okay, I'm back. The mini pre-release with my friends happened yesterday. Now I'm going to go over my pre-release kit, show off the great pulls that I had, go over the deck that I played, and I have an Arena Code giveaway because I don't play Magic online through Arena. Alright, looking at the outside kit, Murders at Karlov Manor. On the back it's got Alquist Proft. Unfortunately, I was not able to go blue-white detectives, which is my favorite archetype in the set. Looking inside, Teysa Karlov is dead. Oh, that's sad. Pull out the deck box. Got some punch out with case solve suspected, +1/+1 counters. On the backside, a poison, an unlock counter, a stun, and a flying counter. On this side, same thing, stun, flying counter, unlock, poison counter. In there you can see the art of Teysa that's featured on her card in the set. Looking at the deck box, it's got the Murders of Karlov Manor set symbol, Planeswalker, and another photo of Alquist Proft. Okay. I had the die that was black with purple lettering. I'm not entirely sure where I put it. Kind of gave a little bit of a preview of the deck tech. Card divider. Here are some of the cards that I didn't play as rares and mythics. I'll put some prices down here for all the rares and mythics and any card, common, uncommon, token, art card, etc. that was over $1. Doorkeeper Thrall, although in my colors, it's really a non-bow because it shuts down entering the battlefield abilities. Pulled two mythics which just don't have any value, Intrude on the Mind and Kylox's Volstrider. Pulled Yaros, Roar of the Old Gods. I thought about going red-green, but I had stronger cards in other colors. I think the top value card in my pulls is Underground Mortuary. I could be wrong. Could be this card that's hiding. This is the borderless version of it. Hedge Maids. So I was really glad to get a couple of the lands. And then Voya, Jaws of the Conclave. There are 3 different pre-release foil promos that you can get. You can't play with these cards in the pre-release event, which is really weird. Out of the 3, Voya is like a $13 card, I think. And the other 2 are around $1. So got pretty lucky to pull that. Other notables that I'm not playing. I got one art card. Typically I'd wait till the very end to spoil the arena card, but there you go. Please, down in the comments section, if you're the first one to get this code, put a note down there, a comment that says that you've pulled the code so that others are aware that the code's been taken. Yeah, I'll put that right there. I pulled one art card, which was Teysa, which is interesting. Matches the art on the inner part of the bundle packaging. There weren't too many notable cards in my commons and uncommons that I can think of. Projector Inspector would have really loved to have gone blue, but I just did not have enough creatures at the end of the day. I think I only pulled 3 total creatures out of blue, which was disappointing. Same thing with black. I did not pull very many creatures. I think there's maybe a total of, once again, 3 creatures, 4 creatures out of black. So I couldn't really go anything blue or black unless I wanted to go heavy spells, which I just can never get to work in sealed. Red was one of the colors I went, as well as white, so Boros shouldn't be a surprise. Green, like I said when I was showing off the Yaros, I thought could happen. And I probably maybe should have gone green-red. Not entirely sure. But I did get some pretty good cards. Luxodon Eavesdropper is a good common. Pick Your Poison is really good in sealed. In the multicolor, I thought, well, maybe I could go green-white. I had a couple of good green-white cards, and that could have been an avenue to go as well. No More Lies is an uncommon that I think is still over $1. Okay, so those are the cards that I didn't use in my deck. Put these out here. Put the Teysa card right there. Okay, time for the deck tech. So I'll skip through the lands that I had. As I said, I went Boros. Against my friends, I finished second. I think I probably still would have finished second if I had gone Selesnya, green-white, or Gruul, red-green. My friend that took it all had the deck I wanted to play, which was a white-blue detective deck, and it was just stacked. Creature-wise, Market Watch Phantom, I like. I have a fair number of smaller creatures that once I play them, I can pop him up in the air and get in 2 damage. Neighborhood Guardian, another 2-drop that goes off of other small creatures entering the battlefield. Dogwalker was the all-star, strong common. Every single time I played it as disguised, flipped it up, and then on my turn went in for a big attack. Gearbane Orangutan didn't do exactly everything that I wanted. The reach was nice, but it just didn't have the power level I was looking for. 2 copies of Museum Night Watch, very strong. 3/2 that when it dies, I get a 2/2 out of the deal. Person of Interest, so I had, as you can tell, a lot of 2 power or less creatures entering the battlefield. Surprisingly, Griffknot Tracker did some work as a 3/2 flyer. It got in quite a bit of damage, and I was able to exile some pesky cards from my opponent's graveyard. Rebel Belt Braggart was great, 5 mana, and I had suspected every single time next turn get in for 5 damage. Meddling Youths, haste, when 3 or more creatures attack, I can investigate. I can't count how many times I was able to play it, attack with 2 other creatures, and investigate. Magnetic Snuffler, I wouldn't have included in the deck if I had enough creatures. A little bit of an underwhelming card, Bulwark Clan Basher. A 3/2 double strike trample on the face value seems good. Never panned out. I'd disguise it, flip it up, and it just got stonewalled by other creatures. Surprisingly, Defenestrated Phantom did quite a bit of work. I'd disguise it, or most often I just play it for 6 mana and get in for 4 damage. There was a couple of games where I won based on Griffknot Tracker and Defenestrated Phantom. Pyrotechnic Performer was an all-star. I rarely played it for its disguise cost. I got it on turn 2, and then every time I flipped up one of my disguised creatures, I was able to deal my opponent a lot of damage, and there were a couple of times where just the disguised creatures alone flipping up won me the game. Krenko's Buzz Crusher, really at the end of the day, a 4/4 flying trample, but if it stuck on the battlefield, it got me to victory. Aurelius Vindicator was my pre-release foil, another strong card. Disguise it, later in the game I'd flip it up, grab a couple of my opponent's creatures, and the Ward 2 makes a big difference. So these 3 were my biggest creature bombs that pretty much won me games. On the spell side, Felonious Rage, awesome. Take out my opponent's creature and then get a 2/2 detective token on the backside. Shock does a ton of damage, a lot of creatures with toughness 2 or less. Galvanize, another strong removal card. These 2 took care of most of the bombs my opponents were playing. Auspicious Arrival, great combat trick. Not on my watch is okay. There are many times where it just sat in my hand because my opponent wasn't attacking me. So it did take out creatures when I needed to, but not as ideally as Shock and Galvanize. Makeshift Binding, one of the better white commons in the set. I'd hold on to it late game and lock down their bomb. Case of the Burning Masks was okay. I did like when it entered the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to a creature. I don't know that there's too many times I was actually able to solve the case, but when I did, it panned out nicely as extra card draw throughout my turn. And then finally, I wanted to play this card so badly. War Leader's Call is such a strong card. It is an anthem, but because I have so many creatures I can play, I would imagine they'd chip away at my opponent and keep my life total high enough for me to win. It's in my deck, but never saw it once during the entire pre-release event with my friends, which was so frustrating. Anyway, that is my deck tech. It was a great deck. Like I said, I finished second in the mini pre-release event with my friends. I got some pretty good pulls, some valuable pulls money-wise. And once again, I've got my Arena Code to give away to whoever got it earlier in the video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell me in the comments section what you think about my pre-release kit and deck. Till next time when I'm back to crack some more Magic the Gathering.